And we're live.
Yes, we are.
We're live once again on a Thursday. Lonely Mark's coming at you. JPO, all crazy faced. JPO, how's it going?
Doing just fine. Hey, happy to be hanging out with you lovely folks on a Thursday here talking about professional wrestling. We got AEW. We got everything. We got everything you want here live in Lonely Mars.
You should do that professionally. That was
20 30, 40.
Wacky wailing inflatable arm flailing tube man, or whatever you're supposed to say. Yeah.
We're also joined by Richie. Richie, how's it going?
I get to be here. I am a year older, and I feel like it. It's I'm a very old man at 36, and also you should. I don't think it's a show anymore, but you should have gone on Storage Hunters. Yep.
Yep. Well, anyone can do that. I'm just a yup guy. Anyone can do the yup guy.
Yep.
He died, didn't he? Not to get on a standard, but yup guy died.
I'm not sure. I watched a few episodes because it looks fake as shit.
I think I think Yup Guy actually was the first one to be like in an interview, like, yeah, it's bullshit.
And last but certainly not least, Austin, how's it going?
Hey, buddy. Hey, everybody. How's it going? Yeah, interesting week of wrestling news. Some things that got sprung on wrestling fans around the world that they just went back on a year ago. Bullshit. Fuck. I'm allergic to liars. But yeah. So, yeah. We'll talk about it.
Yeah. Guys, this is also it's a big episode. It's a momentous occasion because this is the last time you will see all this stuff in the background. Because I have to move. Hopefully my new setup is good. We'll see. But yeah, thankfully
You still gotta have Frogman right within reach somewhere.
Frogman will always just be wherever. Yeah.
Yeah, you have to have it within arm's length. Even if you have to frame it on the wall.
I'm gonna find out who your next landlord is and be like, don't let him in. If he brings Frogman, don't let him in.
Good luck.
I'm gonna send you a framed Frogman poster so you can put it on the wall.
There you go. Instead of
I think there's a solid chance no show in the history has mentioned Frogman more than else. Like I hope the director knows we plug that movie all the time.
We can put it in he's probably good.
Come on here.
Frogman, directed by. Of course, it's not actually on there.
Why would they promote the director?
Blu-ray DVD. Come on, how's that not on there?
Yeah.
Even Hunter actually can find out he's directed by Jared Brock.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Anyway, we're not here to talk Frogman. Even
Yup Guy's alive, by the way. He did have a stroke, like a heart attack. So a lot of people assume he died, including myself. But Yup Guy's alive. I just wanted to clarify that.
Yes, good.
Frogman, by the way, directed by Alan Smithy.
Alan Smithy.
Why is that not on here? Not even a part of the. There's a lot of special features. Anyway,
hold on. Can we do a 10-bell salute for Jacob's back row? Just ding.
Ding.
That's fine. I don't know. 3 bells is enough.
I mean, does it really need 10? I mean, yeah, like 2's probably enough, maybe.
Yeah, I would give it 30. This is more than enough. Yeah, all right.
I choose to sit this out like Rhea Ripley and Becky Lynch and New Day.
Did they sit out the Hogan?
Yeah.
I never saw the list. Okay.
All right. Well, we're focusing in a little bit more. That's actually wrestling related. What else is wrestling related is fantasy. Yeah, Pez gave the update last week it was fairly close. Well, we had 55 for JPO, 65 for myself, 60 for Richie, and 75 for Pez. It's still close between three of us, and then somebody. So like three of us are right here, and then one of us is like right here, just taking an early lead. Because somebody had a really good Dynamite. Collision was fairly even. Collision, Pez ended up with 25 points on Collision, thanks to Roderick Strong, John Moxley, and then the Beast Mortos all involved. I believe John Moxley and
I can always rely on that Beast Mortos to work Collision.
Right,
Mr. Monet.
Mr. Monet.
And Richie, myself, and JPO all with 20. I got Richie with Kyle O'Reilly and Daniel Garcia getting them points. I had Juice Robinson and Ricochet getting myself points, and then JPO with Chris Statlander and Wheeler Yuta getting them points. But then we came to Dynamite. JPO, you got 15, thanks to Brody King, FTR, and Wheeler Yuta being in matches. I also got 15, thanks to Bandito being in a match, and then Alex Windsor on the winning side. Oh no, she was in the. She might have been in the main event. I forget. I don't have the results pulled up. Richie with 25. 25 was nice. Athena winning, and so it was the main event because Athena won in the main event of Dynamite, which, by the way, a 3-match Dynamite. It was weird. I looked up the results because I didn't watch it, and then I looked up the results and I was like, oh, they must not be done uploading the results. No, they were. It was just like, oh, okay.
No, even I did the classic thing. I watched with Corey, and as we're on the main event, I went, did I fall asleep during a match or two? Like, do we only have the third match? Like not only three. I'm like, oh, okay, good. But they all were given time. Actually, I didn't mind the episode. Actually, they all were given time. That tag match was actually really good. And some talking points. It's before pay-per-view. WWE's on worse. So
there's one segment we'll get to that I wasn't a fan of because it negates what happened last week. But anyway.
Okay.
Yeah. So Richie with 25. Pez 50. He got 50 from Dynamite, pulling himself ahead. Yeah, because he had Mercedes in the main event. He had Tony in the main event. Mike Bailey was on the winning side, and then John Moxley was also involved. So he's sitting at 150 right now.
These people.
Early lead, but it's still, like I said, still early. Richie sitting at 105, myself at 100, and JPO at 90. But we do have a big pay-per-view and Collision coming up. So
I like that. I already have people in my main event slot announced for Collision, so it's not a spoiler, but they've already announced, Young Bucks versus Paragon. So I have the Young Bucks and I have Roderick Strong for the main event of Collision. So that's a good time. So I'm happy about that.
Yeah, but as always, I don't know if anybody wants to, but we will always leave it open for if you would like to make any drops. And we always start with the person currently in the 4th position, aka last, which would be JPO.
Doesn't put like that.
Unfamiliar territory for you.
Get it.
It's unfamiliar territory.
I'd say we start over and drop over again. Who's with me?
Hey, you did have a return on Dynamite.
I would drop people.
We'll talk about some of you guys might be needing to drop people in the near future with injuries. We'll talk about it, but we'll see what happens.
I think at the moment I'll write it out.
Yeah, I'm thinking the same. I'm good for now. Like, I know some of these people, like, sure they haven't gotten me points yet, but they will. I'm hoping Maybe there's a tag team that debuts soon. I don't know, or maybe they put two other people together to be a tag team because where are you, Outrunners?
Hey, they could be on the pre-show.
It could have been yet.
Forbidden Door.
It could have been yet.
Yeah,
On Wednesday.
I mean, they haven't
Better.
announced. They'll probably announce a slew of pre-show stuff.
Shane Taylor will be on there.
Post Collision, they'll announce probably 3 matches for the pre-show. So you never know; they could pop up on the pre-show at least and get you points. So it's possible.
Which, by the way, for anyone who is watching and is unsure how we're going to score it, we're counting the pre-show like we do just a normal TV episode because it's it's free on YouTube and everything. So
yeah,
those will not be pay-per-view points. But yeah, I'm gonna stay put. Richie, what are you about you? What are you thinking?
I'm thinking I will stay put for now, but there is a couple of people I'm keeping a close eye on as far as injuries go. But keeping it close, I'll stay put.
Yeah, Pez, I assume you're gonna.
No, I'm doing all right so far, and as of right now, 7 out of my 9 slots are on the pay-per-view, with matches. So that's a good sign, you know what I mean? So people are going to be delivering, and then even my other 2, Beast and Roddy, could always be announced for like pre-show stuff, through the weekend. So since they're going to be around, so you never know. So no, I mean, hey, if I can get a good chunk of my people on pay-per-view, and most of them have been consistently at least once a week getting me match points so far, so I'm pretty happy right now. Yeah, I'm all right.
Tony and Mercedes are going to yield you points for a while.
I'm glad. I'm pretty happy with the 2 ladies I got. They're pretty much the 2 most consistently pushed ladies on the roster, so they'll always be kicking. So I'm glad I got them. I don't think I'll be swapping either them or really both my tag teams. I think will be around pretty consistently.
Yeah.
So yeah. Mm-hmm.
And Athena for me is probably going to do well for a while.
Waiting for them to give up on Alex Windsor, and then I'll just drop her for the next woman they push.
Yeah, right.
I'll just save all 3 for that.
If we had a limited, this would constantly drop people for the pusher of the week. Yeah.
Yeah, the pusher of the month till they get their title shot, and then they drop back down on the roster and disappear again.
The next British chick that's going to come in. I won't. Yeah, I won't say anything else you gotta watch.
So, all right, there's our.
Nobody's taking any. Then everybody's still got all 3 of their slots left to go. So yeah, nothing yet, right? And
this week we could potentially have somebody with a 4th.
Yeah, because that's going to be our stipulations for the 5 pay-per-views for the year. Is that if you well, I mean, it's not really the last one, but for the ones up until the last one, yeah, if you win the predictions, you get an extra substitution. So, yeah, if you want to sub somebody else.
5 pay-per-views, you can essentially have 4 extra drops because that last pay-per-view is where season ends.
I like how we're doing this for AEW, not WWE, by the way, because if you do it for WWE, they'll just be like, okay, we've got the setup. This is when the pay-per-view is, but they'll just announce shows, and you'll be like, God damn it, I had it set up for this amount of shows, and you've just announced 4 or 5 otherwise. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. All right.
Just announce your pay-per-view schedule the year it happened. Just announce it. We knew there was going to be a September show. Why couldn't you just announce it?
Because we had to see when AEW was running. That's when we had to
see that.
Because we have to be petty.
I have a hard time believing that it's getting dark. I'm sorry. I need light. There
AEW's next show should just be called AEW Presents Petty.
Petty Revenge. Petty programming. PPP. Their next PPV. Petty programming for your viewing.
I don't know if this is in response to WWE, but I did hear that the AEW is looking to trademark. It's probably not for pay-per-view. I think it's just for a special Dynamite, but a show called September to Remember. So it's like they're both doing ECW titles, kind of inspired titles.
But yeah, we'll jump into the news. Yeah, Pez, you mentioned it. There could potentially be some injuries.
Well, I mean, we're looking at Will Ospreay cut a promo on Dynamite, and from what I'm reading in different sources, it might be legit that he needs a neck surgery for a lingering neck issue. So I could definitely see an instance where he does something crazy in the cage match to cover for him, needing to maybe even not getting like hurt in the spot, but them using it as a way for him to be off TV and go get the surgery, because I think the idea would be if he needs to get the surgery, he would want to be back well in time for Wembley next year for sure, and obviously probably sooner than that. So JPO, be on the lookout if homeboy needs to go out for surgery, because he's number one on your draft list. So
Well, let me know now so I can do Ace Austin while he's on before he gets forgotten about. So hurry up so I can figure it out.
I was confused. I was confused that they, like, given that he mentioned he was banged up, he was going to have to go for a while. That he would even be back. So he didn't say I'll be back for Bindor. I'm like, you sure, buddy? I'm like, man, I don't know. I would just took the time off.
Well, again, they're gonna. So I would not be surprised. Look for Will Ospreay to do something big and silly, and then them phase that into, oh man, well he did this thing, and now he's got to go get surgery. So we'll keep an eye on it.
I don't know.
Yeah. Two other things. Another. Somebody on JPO's roster, unfortunately, Nick Wayne, dealing with a broken foot, as we'll talk about in the predictions, because that willed a substitution in that matchup with Christian Cope. So,
should I drop Nick Wayne then? Shit.
I mean,
he's broken foot. I'm not sure how long he'll be out for.
I'm not sure how long he's going to be out, but he does confirm to have a broken foot. That's why he's not wrestling on
Jacob.
Sunday,
Drop Nick Wayne.
Okay.
I don't know for who. Hold on, what?
You need to think about
Who's
that.
available? Who's a good one? Who's a good one?
You mentioned Ace Austin.
Yeah, I might do Ace. He's new. They're gonna use him a lot.
If you want a lower card guy that gets booked a lot, Hechicero of the Don Callis family gets booked quite a bit.
Anyone to have Kevin Knight. I feel like he gets used a lot.
I don't think Kevin Knight has been picked. He'd be a solid pick. He gets a lot of tag matches in lease and stuff like that.
I'm gonna go with him. Wait, let me hear you. I'll hear you.
I was gonna say another guy I realized gets, he's more of a ring honor. I know another guy who gets a lot of AEW time, even though he's like more ring honor, is Lee Moriarty as well. Just sort of.
I feel that he's been a hot and cold guy too, though. Not that like anyone's safe, but I think that it's more of a honor. I feel to a degree. I'm gonna go Kevin Knight. I feel like he's been on a lot.
Kevin Knight is solid. He gets booked at least on the mid card.
He was even on my mind last time, like towards the end. So,
okay.
Nigel McGuinness is going for the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship. I'm just saying, you could.
I'm looking forward to that match. Actually.
For one night.
Absolutely, yeah.
Ishii's been in quite a few matches as well lately.
Yeah.
He's not silent. Like he'll be there for like 2-3 months and then disappear for 2-3 months. So he's a tough one.
Do you want to make it official? Nick Wayne for Kevin Knight?
Yeah. Because I feel like even when the foot's cleared, like supposedly Kill Switch has been available for like 3 months. They're just waiting for to find something. So
yeah, Kevin Knight's a good one. Claudia, just to put that out there.
Claudio still isn't picked up.
It's sad. It's sad that I'm not like my heart wants to go Claudio like right away because I love him, but like strategically, I don't know if he's the best.
All right. Well, that's our first swap of the year. So there you go.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
I got 3 points. Yay.
well, and hey, concerning Jacob, apparently there's reports that Swerve has also been wrestling since 2019 with a knee injury.
I just wrote that down. Yeah.
and that he might have to actually, suck it up and just go get. They didn't necessarily. He was like 50-50 on some kind of surgery, but just take time off with some kind of rehab and build it back up. That he's just been kind of dealing with it. So we don't know how excessive the injury is, but he might have to get it officially just kind of worked on or checked out. So we don't know. But I mean, even then, like. Regardless of like fantasy rosters, if we lost, Will and Swerve, for a couple of months, even, that's a pretty big blow to the roster. So,
yeah,
They should have just lost that tag match. I'm just saying.
Yeah, if they had just lost the tag match, it wouldn't have mattered anyways. They wouldn't have been, involved in the title picture regardless. So, that wouldn't have mattered. That was my argument.
I'll definitely be keeping an eye on that. We'll see what happens after Sunday.
Yeah, I think a lot of this may depend on after Forbidden Door, kind of where they go, and we'll see if they actually do. Because obviously they're all booked and they're not going to miss Forbidden Door, so we'll see what happens. So next week may be a little more interesting when it comes to fantasy, when we also see the Dynamite follow up, and see what kind of news we get throughout the week.
Yeah, and I'm not on next week's episode because I'm doing comedy. So I might I'll have to wait till the following week, if anything. Shoot. I
mean, you could remote send it in, depending on who's in whatever place. You could tell me who's in what place, and I'll go in order. And I could, if you wanted to remotely make a change,
give you some options just in case someone might take in.
Yeah.
Or but some injuries, which. Regardless of our fantasy, just sucks.
Yeah, always sucks.
Wish people could stay healthy, especially, Nick Wayne's still young. He's not even like. Pretty sure he can't even drink yet.
Nick Wayne and Billy Starks both like super fucking young. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It was funny his first injury in AEW. I think he had like a Richie like separated his shoulder once, and that was out for a while. So man, he's still got some. He's getting some mileage on him.
Yeah, be careful, man. Yeah, because unfortunately, maybe a good bad comparison is like Trent Barretta. I think has become so injury prone, and like they're afraid of pushing sometimes. That could definitely backfire on you. So, be careful, buddy. I know you're watching.
Yeah.
Buddy was his dad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just look at it. He just turned 20 back in July.
He can't drink.
Which is weird because it feels like he's been in AEW for like 3 years now. But yeah. Is that all the news that you had?
Well, that was just the stuff. I mean, obviously, I think the primary kind of news story of the week is that WWE has gone back on what they said literally just a week ago with starting the ESPN stuff in 2026, and now starting with this WrestlePalooza thing in September. We're jumping to ESPN, and the last PLE that will be on Peacock is the Clash in Paris pay-per-view. And so they're jumping on it even earlier, which people were like, well, what the fuck? You guys just said last week you're not doing that till WrestleMania next year. And now, and somebody even made a chart I saw of like, if you wanted to consistently watch everything the WWE had to offer, right? Like how much it would cost you. And it's quite a bit right now, compared to, even AEW to a degree. Because if you want to watch Raw, you got to have a Netflix subscription. So bare minimum, $7.99 with ads, something like that. You need Peacock if you want to watch. I guess the past content plus Saturday Night's Main Event, because they just signed a multi-year deal with the NBC for Saturday Night's Main Event. So Saturday Night's Main Event will still be on Peacock. So you'll still have to have that to watch Saturday Night's Main Event, and then to watch NXT. I think those PLEs are still going to be on Peacock as well, I believe, is what I from my understanding.
That's what I saw as well.
Or international Netflix. And then, these new fresh PLEs will be on the ESPN service. which I guess you can get through cable, but if you already have cable or whatever the case may be, but still on Netflix overseas, VPN, VPN, and then what was the other thing? I guess SmackDown is on USA, so you basically just have to have cable to watch SmackDown on USA.
That's so weird. I don't know why I just bought this Fire Stick that I could put a VPN on, and I don't know. That's weird that I just bought that. I don't know.
Yeah, and just plug that into your big screen TV and just run
Yeah.
stuff off of. Yeah, that's weird.
Mhm.
These jailbroken Fire Sticks.
Here's my thought to all that though. Is if you're buying all those streaming services just for WWE, expand your horizons a little bit. Check out the other content they also have, because there's some good movies out there. There's some good TV shows out there, and if you like sports, there's good sports out there. JPL, where you didn't make the face.
Sports ball.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Gross. Sports ball, man.
Yeah.
Don't say that too much, because that actually the face hurts.
Foosball.
You really like
Jacob,
my jaw doing that.
Jacob, you watching the foosball behind our back? What's wrong with you?
Foosball's a devil.
It's a devil.
No, I don't think I don't watch preseason football.
Well, why do you watch that fake rigged bullshit? Over ESPN. I mean, it's just as scripted as WWE, in my opinion.
Yeah, I am hearing though that the ESPN, Disney, Hulu, like the bundle will be cheaper than just getting like ESPN.
I'm looking at it right now. So the new ESPN, it's ESPN Unlimited to a degree, is what it's called. And yeah, it's $30 a month, but there's also a special offer at launch, which is Disney, Hulu, ESPN for $30. Those will have ads on Disney and Hulu.
I don't mind ads, as long as it's not like outrageous.
They're usually not too abusive. No one, unless you're a freebie service. Some of those freebies are abusive. Most of the things that you pay for aren't abusive, at least yet.
Yeah, I don't mind.
Yeah, there's. I was gonna say, I saw a bundle. Yeah, where they're gonna lock in something for a full year. Yeah, for $30 a month. Yeah, but it'll include free Disney and Hulu for a year. So,
nice.
It's $300 a year. It can be $300 instead of $30 a month. I don't know if there's a whole year bundle for that for the Disney and Hulu one. It doesn't show it yet, unless that's also just $300.
Yeah.
Which makes sense, I guess. Price.
I went to my friend's place recently, and he we're just watching I think we're watching because some of the like the AAA stuff and the Sunrise Main Event, they come on they're just on like YouTube for international, right? But like he doesn't have like YouTube Premium, and oh my god, are they just getting fucking ridiculous with their ads? YouTube, like every 2 minutes, like for YouTube at least. Just like, I'm glad I got premium. I can't fucking stand this shit. How do you fucking
YouTube is pretty abusive. Yeah, I'll say that to my brother that agree. YouTube really makes you want to pay for unlimited. It really does.
Yeah. So just like every like a minute, it's like become unwatchable now. Like without getting the premium, you just go, okay, I'm just watching it. I'm watching ads, and then in the middle of the kind of a show. So, but yeah. I did hear with the Sunrise Main Event and the one with the John Cena retirement, it's like going to be just like because it was streaming just on like was it initially it was like live streaming on NBC, right? Like that I think it's just going to be like streaming to actual like Peacock. This one I don't know if I'm getting that right. Like it's not like I don't think they have the issue with like having to like stick to time necessarily because it's just going to be on Peacock, not like live on like NBC necessarily at the same time, whatever. So they're like, maybe John Cena can get a speech in and stuff. So I knew there was I heard there was something different about like that Sunrise Main Event that's going to be happening in December, where he's which they did announce a date, which I'm pretty sure it probably is the same date as Warden.
Yeah. But it feels weird having John Cena retire on a Saturday night's main event. Who does he think he is? Goldberg?
You better believe they ain't gonna cut his speech when that happens. That ain't
I just
happening.
hope they save that for Raw.
I think they would. They just gotta make sure they time it better because they don't have a choice really. Like it doesn't matter how big someone is unless they pay for it and they say, "Hey, plan ahead."
If it's live on NBC, like just like actual live, like not just straight to peak, then Unfortunately, it doesn't matter who you are. You could be The Rock retiring. It's like no. So yeah, I don't did hear. Apparently, it's going into Cena. Apparently, like his opponent wrestled for loser. The clue is, like it's someone he hasn't wrestled in about over 10 years. I'm like, in my head, I'm like, please don't be The Miz.
Oh God, no.
Sami Zayn.
He fits. He fits the description. I'm just saying.
Oh God. That's the last thing I want.
In over 10 years.
Oh, maybe 10 years. I don't know.
When was that? It was him and Bella versus Miz and Maurice. What Mania was that? I can't remember. It might have been 10 years ago at this point, but I was thinking they were just in the ring together, but they teamed together. They didn't wrestle each other.
Yeah. I'm sorry if this was said already. I guess the Saturday Night's Main Event now is just on Peacock. It's no longer going to be on NBC.
Yeah, that's what I meant. But it's like not.
Okay. So in that case, then they won't be timed. Yeah, I don't think Peacock will give a shit. Right. Okay. So yeah, John Cena can have all the time in the world.
Yeah. Goldberg's gonna be pissed about that.
Okay. Circumstance. Yeah. I'm sure he'll tweet.
I hope they save like the speech and everything for a Raw. And give him a proper send off. Give him time, like, and kind of like they did with Ric Flair the first time he retired. Like give him a moment. Which I love that, and then he had to ruin it by going to TNA and not staying retired. Anyway, that's a
hey man.
I'll rant about that another time.
If he didn't go to TNA, we wouldn't have got that great back and forth with Jay Lethal. So just trying to look at the positive there.
Ooh. Yeah, WrestlePalooza on ESPN. Finally, ESPN getting real sports.
About time, you bullshitter.
Yeah.
We got any other news tidbits that we want
to? I don't have any, but you can go to JPO and Richie. I'm good.
Richie, what do you got?
Yeah. I'm not sure what JPO has, but I'll go through. Well, just speaking of injuries, apparently, so they're not. AEW seems to not be looking to use Danhausen, but they extended his deal because of injury time, and about Danhausen reportedly just just wants to get out of his deal, but they're extending his deal. I was not even really answering, and because WWE has done this before. Like, if you don't plan to use somebody, and I get that they got injury time, but like, just get rid of them. Like, just let them negotiate with like promotions. I don't understand like why keeping these people like locked into your contract when or extending their contract when you're not going to use them. It's kind of cruel. But yeah, I mean, yeah, but I don't know. Maybe they will have a change of heart and start using Danhausen. But I would expect. I mean, he's not hurting for money. He's doing RPW and other promotions, and Cameo is one of the more popular people in wrestling. I'm sure he'll be a good fit whenever wherever he pops up. But yeah, it'd be nice if he could actually be allowed to, technically his contract's coming out, so it'd be nice if he could, negotiate with whether it be TNA, WWE, or wherever. I mean, TNA, WWE, almost the same thing.
Or real pro wrestling.
Yeah, can you turn into real, actual?
We can't afford him every month, but he did say he made good money at the merch table, so good for him. Yeah, no, he's a pretty busy independent guy. It does suck if maybe there is negotiations to TNA or somewhere else, but that's really about the only other place I can see him necessarily being blocked from. I don't know, WWE maybe, who knows? But still doing. I know he's done GCW in the past. He he's busy pretty much every weekend. He after he did our show, he went and did some stuff with literally. Look at his vlog. He's hanging out with CM Punk, Ferg Bradshaw, and name dropping RBW.
Yeah, yeah. That's what. And I think there's a thing I missed a couple of weeks ago. And I think is worth noting. We talked about a while ago that they were crowning WID champions. They did. They have. A couple of weeks ago. The inaugural men's champion is Cappuccino Jones, which is Taz's Starbucks order, and Kylie Ray is the women's champion. So there you go. I'm not sure exactly. I'm sure
Now-
it'll just be defended on independent promotions and maybe sometimes on Evolve. But yeah, those are your champions. Champions there. Yeah. Sorry about that. I mean, I don't want to just sort of rumors. There's obviously big speculation on Chris Jericho's status. Where he might actually come back to WWE, so we'll have to check it, see where that's. That would make sense if he wants to retire in WWE. That would make sense, and then maybe culminate in the Hall of Fame induction. Hey, that would make sense, but again, there's no concrete evidence to suggest either way. But it's worth noting. There's a rumor out there that it does make sense here. So as expected, Javon Evans is going to face Obafemi. Heatwave, although, he kind of spent most of the match getting beat up, which is kind of annoying. But hey,
that table bump he took.
yeah,
Oh, geez. Yeah, and he launched himself off the apron. Yeah, that was. I saw that on X. That was gross.
yeah. But yeah, so yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be shocked if he won. I'll put it out there. I wouldn't be shocked if he won.
I wouldn't either. And then Oba can finish out the year, and then maybe a surprise Rumble entrant.
Could be.
Yeah. So yeah.
Well, I mean, can we get Trick first, who's like long overdue for the main roster? Like long overdue.
Well, I think he'll lose to Mike Santana first.
Well, yeah, no, I was gonna say. I mean, I think he's gonna lose that match at Bound for Glory. He's gonna finish that out first, but then I could see him popping up not long after that.
Yeah.
He's held that title a lot longer than I thought he was going to.
Oh yeah. So there's that. And that's pretty much what I really had as far as that goes. Real update on Karrion Kross. I think they announced his he did have like an announcement on something like he showed him start and appear. I don't know if they're gonna wrestle. So yeah. So that's just jury's out there. I'm coming around to the idea it's not work. I'm coming around to the idea it's not a work, so which is unfortunate. I do have his book on reserve library, so once I read that, I'll give it a review. Don't have anything at the top of my head as far as I remember. So it's pretty much it. Yeah. How about JP? What do you got?
Hi, everybody. So first, I was hoping Peacock was going to drop it. Peacemaker was going to drop at midnight, but they released it at 9 p.m. tonight. So I didn't see Peacemaker, obviously. Well, yeah, Peacemaker will be out season 2 by the time we talk next week. At least the first couple episodes. However, they're dropping it, I'm not sure. So yeah, stay tuned for that. Some good news on that Pez might like this. Hopefully, we'll get Ilya Dragunov on TV pretty soon. Supposedly, it looks like he's on his way back, and that'd be cool. He's got some good bangers he can put out there. Pat McAfee has been confirmed with WrestlePalooza. So sorry, Corey Graves or whoever he replaces.
Makes sense in Indianapolis.
Yeah. They said Triple H said he'll be there. Ron Killings, the White Album, has landed the number 10 spot on the Billboard Country Albums chart. So good job on R-Truth, popping up on some Billboard charts there.
Nice.
This is just a weird aside that I had to make. As I was looking up reports, there are some rumors of maybe Hogan's death could have been handled better by doctors and stuff. I will say you're an asshole though. On some of these websites, they go Hogan's death may shock you, and it's literally a photo of Hogan like all shocked face. Like, come on, guys, have a little respect. Like, Jesus, guys, like you didn't have to use that photo.
Like he's shocked by his own death. What does that even mean? Like that's
Yeah, exactly. Like what?
What?
Just unnecessary. Like clickbait.
I hate fake clickbait thumbnails. Like they're the worst. Like
Oh, but that was blasphemous too. And yeah,
No. I mean that's bad. I just also hate like you'll see. Those like countdowns of like goofy videos or scary, videos. It'll be like 10 worst theme park accidents, and it'll be like a gap in a fucking roller coaster that doesn't exist. Like, but they just cut to make it look like
pure example.
Total fake bullshit. Like it's that internet is rancid with that stuff right now. I hate it. That's the worst.
Yeah,
sorry,
but
awesome.
But clickbait in general, I would say, like, sometimes it's annoying. Even people I respect kind of do it, because they just, and I get it because of the algorithm. But yeah, it's annoying. Like a couple months ago, like Stevie Richard posted something, and he was like, my real thoughts on Jim Ross," and it's like, and you click on it, it's like, I like him. He's good. I'm like, what the fuck did you do?
I know all the time. Every week when I go like to try to find some news, right? You'll click on it'll be like so and so's injury status. You click and it'll go like they're hurt and we'll be back at some point, someday, somewhere. Like so nothing, no update then. Like I know they're gonna be back someday somehow. Like the fuck was this article? I hate those. My last piece is more of a thought piece rant that I want to go on real quick is what grinds my gears? Who's on my shit list now? Michelle McCool's bothering me. First, she replaces Mickey James, which is stupid. Why is she leading a class when she was had a cup of coffee? Then, that Undertaker podcast, they replaced his buddy with her, and it's been found out that once they went to the podcast is now on the WWE umbrella, they're like, oh, let's put Michelle in there, and Undertaker was like, okay, sorry, and now his buddy's gone, and guess what? The interviews are worse because before it was like a fun hangout with him and his friends, and they could talk and stuff. You can clearly tell Undertaker's more reserved now because his wife's staring at him the entire time. Like the interviews aren't as good. She doesn't need to be there. She doesn't really add much. Michelle McCool. Taker sees this though. I love Michelle McCool.
I just find it weird that Impulsive's on there. I mean, I understand he's like a.
How's that weird?
On that network, I know. I understand he's generally a wrestler now, but it's means it's almost like he's inclined to put wrestlers on there, not people outside of his own kind of the various other people he communicates with. This weird. I don't know. It doesn't.
I don't agree. I think he was starting to do that before he was on the network anyway, and now he's a mix.
No, fair enough. It's not like I really sit down and listen to most of them anyway. I barely listen to podcasts. I was listening to
I've only done it for the guests. I don't necessarily do it for him. Even then, I don't hate him, but I don't love him that much. Even as a host, even when it's a good guest, sometimes I just listen to chunks or highlights.
Yeah.
That's all I got. Yeah.
Nice. I think just another thing worth noting. Triple Mania was a pretty decent show.
I just remembered something, but yeah, that's pretty big. But anyway, can I bring it up, or can you? What do you want to talk about Triple Mania?
No, go for it. Go for it.
Shout out to Keno's Data Keshta for winning the G1 Climax. She won the G1 Climax. That's a pretty big deal, especially for a not a full contracted New Japan guy, the AEW guy, and it looks like he'll probably face.
Then maybe he'll be back on AEW TV and somebody points. Fucking come on!
Yeah, he'll probably face.
Your G1 Climax didn't give me any points though, but hopefully it'll build you to get points.
Yeah, he'll probably face. There's a spoiler for prediction, but he'll probably face Zack Sabre Jr. Big show coming there, and
JP was saying, but not on AEW television. That doesn't help him.
In fact, in a weird way, I hope he doesn't win because if he wins the title, maybe he'll be on the AEW last. So fuck.
He's not going to be around. He might have to
I don't want to jinx him out of a title right now, but I hope he don't win. Sorry.
Yeah. But yeah, all right, you can go back to Triple H. So I had to bring him.
Yeah, no, it was just I thought it was a really fun show. I'm enjoying seeing some more of these wrestlers that I'm unfamiliar with. So yeah, the battle royal at the beginning was a lot of fun. Not in love with the result of almost winning, but
Agreed.
I think there was some fun action. Laparca's entrance was really cool. Of
Is
all
Laparca
the
a thing where like there's a new guy playing him nowadays or something like that?
Yeah,
Like has it been passed
Yeah, so
down to like another wrestler?
Triple A owns that trademark. Well, that's why La Parka
Yeah.
in recent years has been LA Park. So the guy
Right.
you saw in MLW like a couple years back and in TNA a couple times, that was the original La Parka. This is some. That's why he looks so good. He just gets a dude
Yeah.
way younger. You know.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Same
he
name.
looks a little more trim. He was flipping all over the
It's
place. I was like,
trim.
that
He
ain't the old
stands up
school.
better than he has in the last decade. All of a sudden, yeah, no. So
Yeah.
yeah, Mexico does. I mean, technically, WWE, if you look at it like in the Diesel Razor Ramon standpoint, like it's kind of like that. They own that name, so they want to keep that name alive and sell merch. I know they did it in the past with Psychosis as well. Like the original Psychosis was like fighting them over it. That's why sometimes it's PSY or PSI Psychosis.
Mhm.
Was it a Sexy Star when she got canceled? She tried to like murder Rosemary. They just like just gave somebody else the name. Oh, and then Mortos too. You know, if you saw the Black Taurus in the match, that's not Mercedes' boyfriend. That's not Mortos that we see on AEW. That's a different dude in a different bull mask.
I was gonna say
He
that
implied
Taurus guy looks
he
suspiciously like the Beast Mortos. Like it was
Yeah,
like Team
'cause-
Evil
yeah,
Beast Mortos.
yeah.
Yeah, it was weird.
yeah.
He
Well, no,
implied
that's Mortos was that character. Mortos was Black Taurus in AAA and TNA for a while.
Okay.
Then when he like was like, I'm not going to AAA now. They're like, all right, well, fuck you. You can't be Black Taurus. He's like, whatever.
yeah, he implied he might sue, but I don't know. I think that's just him kind of trying to get attention on the internet. But he has. I don't know. It is kind of interesting that he looks so much like. Yeah, I don't know. It's a weird deal, but yeah, it's sort of like like Suicide. There's a lot of people who play Suicide. You can just change out the character.
Oh, that's your guess. Well, yeah, no, that's a good example. Yeah, that's just another mask instead. But yeah,
yeah of all the
yeah, you go. Sorry, I'm interrupting a lot.
of all the people I thought to see involved in the battle royal, Otis was not one of those names that I was thinking of, but it was he had some fun moments. It is fitting though. If you're looking at who has the most eliminations, Omos, your winner, had 5. Otis had 4. So the WWE guys. And I was like, oh, I hope that's not how the rest of the night is going to go. And thankfully it wasn't. Well, the next match for the Latin American Championship didn't even have a WWE guy, but Dr. Wagner Jr. Defeating El Macias. It was a decent match, like that one. The Judgment Day defeating Mr. Iguana. I'm just gonna call him the hamburger guy. And Lola Vice. It was a fun match.
Nino Hamburguesa, man, he was awesome. He was great.
Yeah, it was really fun. I loved the.
you know what we got to book now? We got to book cheeseburger from Ring of Honor versus hamburger from AAA. Come on, that's
Hamburguesa, yeah,
the food.
that's gotta be a
food
match.
food.
Yeah.
And
Oh, there's a hot dog guy on the Indies. Yeah, we could go all sorts of places.
Wasn't it the Italian? There's an Italian pizza guy.
Yeah, hey.
A four-way delicious buffet
Curry Man
of
still around? Get Curry Man involved. I need a full match between Demonito and Layeska. Man, Mr. Iguana is gonna sell so much merchandise for WWE. That was a lot of fun. And I didn't even know that Finn Balor ate carbs. So when he took a bite of that hamburger, I was very surprised.
He probably threw it up backstage.
Probably. Pagano and Psycho Clown, they are your new AAA World Tag Team Champions. They defeated Los Garza in a pretty fun street fight. Flammer, am I saying Flammer? I don't know if I'm saying that right. Is still your AAA Reina de Reinas champion, defeating Fabi, Apache, and Natalia. I did not like the referee in this match. That's my only gripe with this match was the referee. The crowd was booing. The crowd let him know. And then pretty fun main event as well. Vikingo still your champion, defeating Dominic Mysterio, Dragon Lee, and El Grande Americano. The crowd was not.
Bro, the crowd booed the shit out of Vikingo. What the hell happened?
I don't know. Ever since Vikingo beat Del Rio, they've hated him. I don't know why.
Yeah, they were behind. I think they wanted Dom to win, like pretty hardcore.
I think they would have been fine. Yeah, Dom or El Grande.
Or El Grande Americano they were with, bro. And like we were watching and my girl was like, no, that entrance was great. And my girl was like, oh, the crowd is I don't know if they like. I'm like, they're standing and like singing with him, like they're right with, like, yeah. I think they would have been fine with either or even Dragon Lee. They pretty much anybody but Vikingo winning that match, they would have been fine with. But yeah, I was really surprised at the negative reaction Vikingo got in that match. That was bizarre. Yeah.
Also,
I don't know what happened there.
Your favorite thing, Pez. AJ Styles decided to buy a plane ticket, fly to Mexico City, just to interfere in Dominic's match.
To interfere last minute in a mask in Dominic Mysterio. Like,
is he going to do it again? Because he's getting a rematch.
When are they doing that? I was going to say, I guess they're not doing that on Paris. I thought they were going to do it in Paris only because
they're doing the Worlds Collide. They're doing the Worlds Collide.
The Worlds Collide in Las Vegas.
I just thought they were going to do it at Paris only because you remember the reception AJ got at that France show last year, with those chants and stuff.
No, I don't know about that match. I thought Dominic's getting a rematch for the AAA championship. That's what I was referring. Yeah, so his interference, it didn't matter anyway, because Dominic's still getting another chance. But yeah, it's weird that their rematch, Dom and AJ, hasn't been announced yet, because it's not. There's only.
I mean, something still could be announced. They've still got another week of TV, before Clash of Paris. But
because
I just would think, if you remember the France stuff last year, where they were doing the la 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 la,
it makes sense. They need another match now. They need another match now, unless they figure out the women's championship. Because we didn't even mention it. Congratulations to Naomi, relinquishing her title because she's having a baby, which, by the way, I loved her announcement. She was like crying, the crowd, and then instantly back into heel Naomi, kicking Adam Pearce out of the ring. It was really good. It's a shame, yet like, how can you not be happy for her at the same time? Because it's like you're doing the best work of your career so far. And now you have to relinquish your title. And I loved Becky's tweet. Irresponsible to get pregnant while you're a champion. It was fantastic. Congratulations to Naomi and Big Jim. Jim did not receive caution.
All it is to flex that they have sex. I'm like, I'm just. We get it. Yes, you fuck. I'm like, I haven't done that. Just anyway, cool.
You don't know how they got pregnant. There's other methods.
Other method. Well, anyway,
see, when a male dolly and a female dolly are in love, and then they go to a room together, Richie, and then they close the door. Oh, we won't explain on camera.
But yeah, I hope there's something like maybe they can do a battle royal to determine another competitor, and that her and Stephanie can go 1-on-1 to become the new champion. I think that would make sense. So as of right now, there are only 4 matches announced for Clash in Paris. Cena and Logan Paul, Seth Rollins, the 4-way between Seth, CM Punk, Jey Uso, and LA Knight, Sheamus and Rusev, in a good old-fashioned Donnybrook match. And then Roman Reigns versus Bronson Reed. Did not expect to see, even though he's on the poster, did not expect to see Roman competing at this pay-per-view. So now he competes on the B shows, Pez. After
Now he does after I already drafted him and the thing's over. No, I mean, but last year the Backlash show had 5 matches, so they definitely could probably add a fifth one. Yeah, I mean, I think it would make sense adding the AJ Dom, Intercontinental rematch, stemming off of what happened at Triple Mania. Because again, I think you want that AJ crowd reaction like they had in France last year. I think you would want to go for that and have a little fun with that. But as a fifth one, so I mean, we'll see. Or if they add a women's match, but yeah, I could definitely see them adding a fifth one. I mean, obviously, like I said, they've got Raw and SmackDown this week, coming up still, before Clash in Paris. So we'll probably see something get added.
Winner of Roman and Braun should do a shoey, a shoey. where you scull alcohol out of a shoe.
No.
It's gross, but you can blame Australia for bringing that into the world.
I one quick thing that I've never noticed before. I don't know if this has been talked about. I guess Speed is done. Anyone notice that?
I saw some random article that they were just like phasing it out, but I didn't know if that was like full.
I don't know. There's early July is the last episode, so I mean, at least that seems like it's pretty dead.
I thought it was done, but I wasn't sure because Sal Ruka still comes out with a belt.
So she was interviewed about that, and she basically is like, I mean, we were told at first they were told not to bring it out, like it was a separate Twitter thing. And they're like, oh, then we were given permission. And she's like, no one's told me not to bring it out. I'm a dual champ, suck it. So, I don't know. That does seem weird. Like, there's been no announcement of, like, hey, we'll be back in the fall, or, we take breaks, or the fact that it's been over a month now does make it seem like something's up.
Yeah. I don't know if they were over 100% into it anyway. They never brought whenever someone's champ, even Andrade or back in the day Ricochet, they never made a big point to say, hey, this is the Speed champion.
Well, like I said, it was evidently like a mandated thing according to Sal Ruka. That at first they said don't bring the title out. Like you almost couldn't advertise it, which is weird. You would think why wouldn't you? You know what I mean? I'll give AEW some credit. For instance, when that game came out, they really shoved that game down our throats and whatnot. And they advertised their stuff, with their fan club and their T-shirts and stuff like that. WWE sometimes I feel like doesn't want to admit they have merch or that they have other things going on. Even their movies I thought were never really well promoted.
Well, yeah, things that you can tell maybe deep down they're not thrilled about, or they're
this is a side thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I was just no new episodes since July 9th.
Yeah.
So maybe they do have an off season. But yeah, if we don't have anything else, JPO, do you have some graphics for us?
Yes, sir. As always, we've got a PPV coming up. Not a PLE, a PPV is AEW presents Forbidden Door, or the very accessible door. I like to say nowadays.
Wide open door.
Wide open. Come on in, everyone. Door. Sunday. And don't forget too, y'all, because this is a wherever they're filming it, early show for most of the world. 1 p.m. Eastern. Meaning also too probably 11 a.m. for the pre-show.
0 hour at 11 a.m. So Jacob, if you want to wake up bright and early at 8 a.m. your time,
nice.
And start watching the pre-show during breakfast, and then just ease into the day with a pay-per-view. Hey, I'm happy that I'll just get to watch a pay-per-view in the afternoon and be done before the sun is down. Hopefully this time. I said that last time, and then they did a 6-hour show. Hopefully, this one should be shorter. But I feel bad for Richie because that's like middle of the night for you, Richie.
I did it. I got up early last time. I don't know, man. That was
No, this one I think you'd have to wake up at like it's like 2 or 3 a.m. your time or something like
yeah.
that. So unless you just stay up all throughout the night and just pull an all nighter, Richie, that's up to you.
And I wasn't prepared
Yeah.
for 7 hours last time. That was
I
a
know.
shock.
And I was talking to Tatum. He's like, "Oh, dude, I work till 5," and I'm like, "Well, it's AEW. You might still have time to watch like a good chunk of the show."
Yeah, and I'm off on Sundays, so this is nice and convenient for me. So no, I'm enjoying this 1 p.m. start time. It'll be nice. I'll get to get my pizza, just have it for lunch that day. Just it'll be nice and easy. I like it.
So
All
right now
right.
we have only 9 matches announced. No pre-shows match announced at the moment, but the 9 that seem to all be on the main pay-per-view are. Where'd you work? What's going on?
What's going on here? What the hell?
Give me a second. Technical difficulties.
Mm-hmm.
So,
We'll
as
edit
everyone's
this
doing, just thinking, let's see. Let's try this.
Hang on. I got you covered. I got you covered here.
All right, try it
out. Chris Cass would
All right,
like
there we
us to know that Forbidden Door is what he calls his butthole.
again. From what I've heard, that door is usually pretty wide open. Just saying, that's not what I've heard. We've got the tag team titles in a 3-way now, as the Herd Syndicate, Lashley and Shelton, taking on FTR, Dax and Cass, taking on Brodito, Benito, the current Ring of Honor champ, and Brody King. Starting off with me, I'm on the bottom. I think just Herd Syndicate's going to retain it here. I don't mind Brodito, but it very much is to me a well, you guys, we like you guys. We're big fans of Brody and Buddy's hurt and Alistair quit. So let's get you on there somehow. And the Ring of Honor champ on there somehow. Ring of Honor's also having a pay per view soon. And I think XCR is probably bound to fight Cope and Christian, right? I think that's still the hope. So I don't see them necessarily taking the title. I want you to do that. Do you think the tag? Ooh, do you went to the tag title match? Did I just think of something else? Oh shit! No, you don't know that. I see. I don't know. I'm just saying since the game retains, Richie.
Yeah, but I think that's why they should. I mean, yeah, that's why. I mean, I think Brodito caught on. That's why they were like, yeah, let's put them in there. But they also want to do that match with Cope and Christian. I'm just going to mention Christian Cope, and I think it will make it higher stakes for the tag title. So I think FTR are winning, and maybe they don't pin Hurt Syndicate, and that's how they win. So yeah, I'm going to go FTR here.
All right, champ, possibly Jacob.
That's my line of thinking as well. FTR, Brodito. One of them is going to take the fall. And it is going to be Brodito because FTR is pinning them. Your main event for All Out in Canada, Edge and Christian. Yes, I called him Edge. Versus FTR for the tag team titles. Cope and I'll call him Cope now because that's his AEW name. Cope and Christian getting one last run with the titles. You keep the Hurt Syndicate looking strong because they didn't get pinned. You can make them look strong. Brodito has a nice show, and I think it's a win-win-win all around. So FTR is my pick.
And by the way, I know Wikipedia lists this as an elimination match. By the way, Pez.
What?
Wikipedia lists this as elimination.
Okay. Interesting. All right, but anyways, regardless of that, I still think that's I'm in line where I think FTR is going to take it, and thus then set up Cope and Christian that match to be for the tag titles in the main event of All Out and kind of raise the stakes a little bit, and you can have the Hurt Syndicate, then still stay claim to him later and even go after Cope and Christian maybe after. All Out, so you can still have them then tooling around and kind of going back in the hunt for it. So regardless of elimination, whatever, I think FTR takes it and goes on to face Cope and Christian for the titles. So yeah.
All right, that is a clean sweep because that's totally what I said. Clean sweep for FTR. Again, clean sweep. Is that what you wrote, Jacob?
Is that you? Would you like to amend yours officially before we
Yeah,
move on?
I do. I do.
For real, you wanna say FTR now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm ready for
All
real.
right. Okay. All right. Fair
Okay.
enough. You can do it before the graphics change. You can still do it. All right.
But now you can because we got the unified title on the line. Kazuchika Okada versus Swerve Strickland. This is the O2 arena, by the way. Richie.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it is an elimination. Okay, I didn't notice
Yeah.
that one at
Yeah.
first. Yeah, it's even on their Twitter, so it's not just somebody.
Oh, okay. I was just saying it's not on that graphic, but okay, yeah. Okay,
It's
cool.
official.
Yeah, I guess it's like we talked about. It all depends if Swerve is gonna, if he's gonna opt to take time off or not. But I do say, I say that like if they're reporting it, I say they're reporting it, it's maybe lingering. It's sort of you kind of being annoying. So I think he might take time off, and I'm gonna say, and considering Okada, I mean, yeah, he's not new with this title, but he's new with the new kind of the this kind of version, or the being the unified champion, whatever the stupid name. So I will say Okada wins this, but maybe they have a rematch down the line with Swerve wins. So I'll go Okada.
Or you just hit you with a rainmaker, Jacob. What do you say?
Yeah, Okada's turning into the Roman Reigns of AEW for me, where I'm just not gonna bet against him until he loses, because it has bit me in the past, and until he loses, I'm gonna keep going with Okada. So I would love to see Swerve win. He's one of my favorites currently, but yeah, Okada just seems to keep holding on to that title. So I'm gonna go with Okada.
Well, I open this Kool-Aid first, Pez. What do you think?
Yeah. I'm also gonna go with Okada because I
shit.
think they just. Don't spill it on yourself.
I don't care about myself. I don't want to spill on my computer. God damn it.
Yeah.
Did you squirt?
I'm gonna go with Okada. I think they've been teasing. They've still been kind of teasing him and Takeshita facing off down the line. And I think with Takeshita winning the G1 Climax, I think you could actually play into that in the setup for that match, because Okada hasn't he won the G1 like a couple of times, and they could, Don Callis could, even throw that in his face and be like, well, my guy's the new king of the tournaments, whatever. And, use that to maybe like goad Okada into another match or something like that. So, I think Okada will retain this, and I think they'll start to build up to him and Takeshita. So,
Yeah, I'm just checking something here to see real quick. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. So even before the Swerve news, which does make me just even more go to Okada, my initial thought was even Okada before that, because while this is kind of a continuation of the Continental title as far as the unified title goes, this is actually his first defense of it. He has not defended it since defeating Omega back at All In. So I think you got to give kind of another win to kind of establish this new title of sorts in a way. Anyway, it sounds like Swerve definitely needs this title too. So I'll go Okada for a couple reasons there, which again would be a clean sweep for not a new champ but a retaining champ in this case.
mm-hmm.
Your women's titles on the line. Timeless Tony, Athena. What you thinking, Barber?
This one's actually tough. Because I think we are now at that point where Tony can drop the title. And I think Athena would be the perfect person to, carry that title now. Kind of be the new face of the women's division. But Tony's also just such a good character and such a good wrestler. Honestly, I could see this going either way. I don't see a lot of title changes. I see a couple, and this is one of them. I'm going to go with Athena.
All right, got a new champ. Pez, the Milk Lemonade. We're on the corner. Fudge is made. Who's your pick?
Yeah, I I think this is one of the tougher ones to actually predict on this one because I could see either scenario. Athena skirting out with it with the push she's getting right now, or they could just kind of stick with Tony for a little bit. I don't know. I'll stick with Tony here again. I'll stick with her and kind of maybe even go ahead her and Mercedes until they lose against other people, besides each other. So I'll stick with her for now.
Sure enough, and hold on, I gotta blow my camera. Sits out. I'm thinking this one is. I need to get a new shirt. This V is getting really low. Anyway, yeah, this is a tough one to call because also too, like, I can see a world where Athena loses, but there's a rematch, maybe, So, but I'm gonna go ahead and say Athena takes it. I'm gonna say I love Tony, so that's not any near of a knock on Tony, but she could lose and no one's gonna not love her any less. She could chase the title. She could do something else. She could go for Mercedes title. Who knows? Athena, I think, to me, could use this win so much more than Tony could. Very simply put, you know what I mean. We finally have her on main television now. Ring of Honor's cool. You know what I mean. She's main evented with that title, but I don't want her to run that much. No one does. Like I want to see her in AEW more, and winning the title would mean something. And with her character too, her with the two belts would look cool as well. So right now we're a little split. Richie, whose side you on?
Whose side is he on? Yeah. No, I think having Athena having the two women's titles would be kind of cool. Even though maybe she'd be like, oh yeah, but Mercedes Moné has like 7 or 8, but it's still kind of it'd still be kind of cool. And yeah, and because Ring of Honor gets kind of buried, you forget Ring of Honor has a pay-per-view like was it next week after just before Dishonor. She's actually defending against Mina Shikara, so she could lose that belt there maybe. Although Mina Shikara has her own belt, the interim championship, but I wouldn't be surprised maybe if she something there she loses that and just focuses on AEW for the going forward after that show. So I will go Athena. I think she's but I just don't know of anyone who else at this stage like it could be that person. I mean, like maybe she has like maybe like I mean I don't know. There's like Megan Bain felt like that feud never finished, but that's about it. That's all I can think of. Is who else is there unless they're going to bring someone in. So I'll say Athena.
All right, so a little bit of a split here. President Gonzalez could take it, but Viva's thinking it's Athena's time. Next up here, speaking of the women's action here, Mercedes Moné's TBS title is on the line with Persephone, Bozella, and Alex Windsor. Pez, who you got?
Yeah, no, I did see Bozilla. I saw her match with Megan Bain at that GCW show WrestleMania weekend, so I at least did get to see a little bit of Bozilla. Yeah, she's a very, very big, large woman. No, this should be fun, but yeah, I don't see anybody but Mercedes retaining this, and yeah, I don't see them putting it on Alex Windsor just yet. I think it's a little early, and yeah, the other two are just they're not even regular. So yeah, I'm gonna say Mercedes just retains this one.
Yeah, this is one of the maybe the second most I think predictable-ish to a degree. The other ones has yet to come as far as I like all three of these other women here. Down the line maybe but Bozilla, Persephone, again they're just outsiders. I don't see them necessarily being weekly people at the moment. Down the line maybe. Windsor's news that could be a fun upset, but I think whoever takes it from Mercedes is going to be a nice juicy one-on-one match to help build that person here. Not a 4-way where like Windsor kind of sneaks it out or something, which I think could be the only like second place thing there. But again, down the line, if Rosella becomes more available, I guess here would be something big, really cool. But yeah, for now, Monet, Richie.
Yeah, I put Bozilla and Persephone. Much love to them, but they're only there because of the Forbidden Door gimmick. They're only just shoehorned in there because of the Forbidden Door gimmick. I don't know if they, but realistically have much of a chance actually of taking the title. Be cool if it was built up that way that they actually do. I'm cool. That would be cool to have a surprise, but and maybe Alice Windsor gets it. Gets tied at some stage. I just think she's too new, and I still feel like the person to beat Mercedes probably would be like someone like Willow. So he's someone who's like kind of a bit more established and has given Monet run for her money. Monet, that wasn't even supposed to be a pun. It ended up being a pun. Sorry, I am so sorry about everything. Anyway, Mercedes.
Barber.
First of all, they couldn't put Persephone's name on her, but whatever. I don't make the graphics. Secondly, I don't think Mercedes loses this title for at least 61 more days, because that's when she'll break Jade Cargill's record. And if you're this close, you might as well just do it. But with that said, I am picking Mercedes, but I will be rooting for Alex the entire time. And if she does win, I'm not going to be upset. Not just fantasy. Since she came to AEW, I think she's really good, and I like her. So, but yeah, you're this close to her breaking the record. Just do it.
Just do indeed, as Shava Buff said. So your CEO walking out the title. If you're listening to us anyway, we got Kyle Fletcher defending the CMT title against Hiromu Takahashi. Let's see, were we back down to me? I didn't even think about this. This is another one that I feel like is kind of predictable, but also could be low-key great match too. So I'm not knocking that by any means. I like Takahashi, but Fletcher just got this thing. They're building him. It would be a real disservice, I think, to kill Fletcher's reign right now, even if it was like a short one where like he gets it back later on. So yeah, I think Fletcher has got to take this. I think. Richie?
Yeah, I predict that Fletcher will probably have a meaty kind of long kind of reign here. Probably, I could see at least like 5-6 months. I just think that high on him, and he's that good, and like he's that good that I could see him even when he loses, like be put in that more upper tier position. I think he's one of the bigger the sales that they've made in the past couple of years, which is cool. I think this match will be one of the best of the best of the card, and has potential match of the year qualities to it. But yeah, I don't see as much as I like Takahashi. I think he's great, but I don't think he's winning here. So yeah, I don't think you cut off Kyle Fletcher's momentum just yet. So Kyle Fletcher.
Right on, Barber.
I don't know. I mean, by the time we get to Forbidden Door, he'll have held the title for 3 weeks, and that seems,
See, it's pretty long reign for a TNT champion.
That's long. So this could go either way, but I'm gonna go with Fletcher. I think he squeaks it out. I think it's gonna be a great match. They always have a way of getting you with those near falls, make you believe that maybe he could take it. But yeah, Fletcher, one of the easier predictions of the night, I think.
Mm-hmm.
All righty, Pez, why do you think Hiromu's gonna take it?
Takahashi. I'm not even like terribly familiar with him. I'm gonna get Tanahashi and Takahashi confused all night. I know that. I'm sure the commentators will too. But yeah, he just got it, and yeah, I think he's gonna hang on to it for a good bit here. So yeah, I'm sticking with Kyle.
My advice to commentators is just call Hiromu the whole match. Don't worry about it. Not.
Sorry, sort of missed opportunity that his title's not. How come he's not made the title pink yet? Make color code your title. Anyway,
I don't know. Is he known as a pink guy? I feel like he wears white sometimes. So I don't know
he's known as a pink guy now. Yeah.
Regardless, let's check it. We got Zack Sabre Jr. defending his IWGP World Championship against Nigel McGuinness with Dan Garcia in his corner. Richie, I'm in your corner, and I want to hear who you think's going to win.
Okay. Look, as much as I would like, in a perfect world, it'd be nice for a nice story for Nigel McGuinness to win. But at the end of the day, he's a barely a part timer. He's seldom. Hey, this will be kind of a cool moment. Let's put you in here. So yeah, you don't put the IWGP Championship on a guy like that. So I think Zack Sabre Jr. wins. He goes on to face Tana. And again, well, now I'm getting confused with Takeshita and Tana. He goes on to face Takeshita, and yeah, that's a bit more of a closer match. So I will go Zack Sabre Jr. to win here. I think it should be a really good match.
All right, what you thinking, Barber?
Yeah, I mean, what a comeback for this guy.
Zack Sabre Jr.
Yeah. Oh yeah, totally. Nigel, like he I'm looking on Cage Match, like he had his last match before returning in 2024 was 2011. And then
was he?
he's picking and choosing again. Now he's in a title match. I think this is going to be great. But it's Zack Sabre Jr. Unless Nigel's making a full-time return, I don't see why you would put the title on him unless he drops it immediately. Which is not outside the realm of possibility. We've seen that before. We just saw it with the TNT title. I know different companies, but still, it happens. But yeah, I think this is going to be a technical masterpiece. I can't wait to see this potential match of the night candidate here. But yeah, Zack Sabre Jr. is walking away with this title.
All right, Beth.
Yeah, I don't see Sabre dropping this one, especially if he's probably going to be facing Takeshita, right? Since he won the G1, and that's going to be pretty good stuff. But again, I could see Takeshita taking the IWGP title in that match and then kind of bringing it over to AEW a little bit, going after Okada. So yeah, I love you, Nigel, but you're still kind of a relative part-timer when it comes to this, but yeah, I'm looking forward to a good match. A lot of these matches should be great, so I think again in ring, I think this pay-per-view is going to deliver as it usually does, so it should be good stuff.
Yeah, no doubt this is a bit of a dream match. Nigel said that himself on when he won the 4-way. But yeah, as Zack Sabre, he's not going to randomly start touring New Japan for full time, even for a little bit. So Zack's going to get it. And also too, I don't trust Daniel Garcia. Just saying, if you want to set up a feature Nigel match randomly in this corner, and I know Nigel asked him to be, but I think that could also backstab him. So, always zip it up. Just fucking zip it up already, Zach. Always zip it up that hoodie, Zach.
Yeah, he needs a new jacket. He's always having stuck zippers.
Always, man.
Yeah. I'm sure there's a wardrobe person in the back that can fix that for you. You should get that.
Yeah, is that I thought they told that one girl that everyone likes. Yeah. Anyhow, yeah, we got the return of Edge and Christian who woke up in Cage, taking on Skip Sabian, and yes, not Nick Wayne, but Kill Switch making his return. A little fun vignette on Wednesday with him in the hospital. So yeah, what are we down to now? The Barber, I want to say Barber, go for it.
Yeah, and yeah, I feel like this one is pretty easy, probably the easiest one of the night. No explanation needed. Kill Switch and Sabian obviously are going to take this. No, it's Cope and Cage, easily.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think this is probably the easier one to predict on the whole, card. I mean, I can see them trying to pull some things where, I can see some stuff in the match being told where, maybe Cope and Cage are having trouble getting on the same page, like, during the match and trying to find their rhythm and whatnot, and that coming into play. But you want them looking strong going into Toronto. Like, there's no way they'd lose this and then still, go to like the main event of Toronto. That's just ridiculous. They're not going to lose their first match, reuniting after, however many years. So yeah, it's not happening. Cope and Cage, yeah, take this one.
All right, down to me here. I think we're gonna set up an interesting three with FTR, Kip and Killswitch, and Kip and Killswitch get the win. No, yeah, no, this is the match I kind of alluded to before that I think is kind of easily the easiest one to be told here. I was even looking too. Yeah, so first time since 2011, these two have tagged Adam and Christian. They teamed up right at the end too. I forgot that they were kind of buddies again at the end with that Alberto Del Rio feud. In fact, Edge's looks like third to last match was with Christian defeating Del Rio and Brodus Clay actually before he came back in 2020. So looking forward to seeing that again. That kind of was maybe the end goal here. So hey, this gets on a pay per view. That's good for him. Richie?
Yeah. I like Kip Sabian. I think he's a very underrated worker. I think he's really good. I don't see him ever getting a sustainable push. So there's that. And yeah, it'd be silly if they lost in this match. Why did they get the cool graphic, by the way? The graphic just changed and they got the badass graphic.
So I had a hard time finding a new one. Every graphic had Nick Wayne. I had a hard time finding a new one. So and this is a PWE Unlimited. So I don't know if they made this graphic or not, but yeah, this is the only one I could find that was decent with Killswitch.
Yeah. So welcome back, Jacob. And yeah.
I was in the wrong tab.
Yeah. So yeah. Kobe Christian will win this. So yeah, it's almost full conclusion. So yeah, no.
And just a fun fact for Kip Sabian. Outside of one of those 21-man battle royals, has not been in a pay-per-view match since 2021. Him and Miro won a tag match against Chuck Taylor and Orange Cassidy back in March of 2021. So
yeah,
that's why he's gonna win. So,
Boy, we need some differences of opinion, man. Where the only difference has been me going with Tony so far. So
I know.
Otherwise, we're gonna have to make some additional side predictions. Here and there.
I don't know how different we'll be on this one. The main event, maybe we'll have some differences. We'll see. What are we on? Paz again now? Yeah, what you thinking, Paz?
Yeah, and we should say they added the
I'm sorry.
stipulation.
Hangman was heavyweight world title. Sorry.
Yeah, no, they had the stipulation that Hangman can lose the title via count out or DQ. So, and that this isn't an official.
You know how they got that stipulation, by the way? They had to threaten murder on Mark Briscoe.
Yeah. Once again,
Eddie loves murder.
So I'm gonna go a bit of a rant about that. They had a whole anyway. Well, good. You do your prediction.
I just have one quick sentence. I'm watching with Corey, and I swear I was like, and then we're like, kidnapping, and the words, well, at least it's not murder, were coming out of my mouth, and then they pour gasoline on. I'm like, never mind. Now we are trying to commit murder.
Well, I mean, if that's a way to get locked in and what you want as far as world title matches, why don't more like mid card guys just threaten the world champion with murder, or something, and just get a world title match? I mean,
every week there should be a mid card guy with a knife. Just hey, give me it.
Give me a world title match right now, because apparently Tony Khan is a madman and he doesn't give a fuck about people dying on his programming, as we see from this. Brian Danielson,
Hangman Page, who tries to hurt Ricochet. You'll get security. Security came in and broke up that fight, but they didn't care about
where are the cops in that segment? Where's 911? Somebody's about to get murdered with gasoline. Whatever. It's wrestling is weird. I think usually when you have a stipulation like that against a baby face, so it's different when it's against a heel. When it's a heel that's been squirming their way around, and then you put that stipulation on them because they've been getting themselves DQ'd or counted out or whatever, that usually means it's going the other way. And conversely, when it's against the baby face in the match, it usually means they're going to retain. They're going to find a way to still retain, even with the kind of stuff stacked against them. So Hangman just got this. He's going to hang on to it, and with the fact that MJF is still getting to hang on to his contract, I think that means that further down the line, he'll actually win via cash in at some point later. So I'll stick with Hangman here.
Yeah, no, I think like you said, from the stipulation to, I don't think Hangman's done with this reign. I don't think MJF's a hurt business or hurt syndicate rather. It makes sense that's to be the champ. I'm not against my scumbag getting it, but I don't think my scumbag's getting it now. I'm going with the Hangman. Richie?
Yeah, I'm just pissed off that they made it more predictable than it was initially going to be. They had a really good segment the week before where a really good promo segment where Hangman outsmarted MJF into putting his contract on the line. And so, if they just left it at that, you're like, oh, who's going to, I don't know who's going to win. But now he's, he's forced to renege on that. And, he's got this, rematch. He's got this rematch in his back pocket. Well, I'm like, oh, okay, well, Heyman's just going to win. And MJF will get a rematch down the line. We'll just cash in down the line, probably get Heyman. So it makes it more predictable for me. It's kind of annoying. This is like you just kind of undid everything you set up the last week. But yeah, and via murder, and yeah, but yeah. So that segment stuff. But also I'll go Hangman.
Barber.
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah, that because it would have been weird to have both, contracts executed on the same night. You want to space those out, or do you? I think Hangman wins this by disqualification or whatever. MJF gets frustrated and then executes the contract. So for this, my official prediction: Hangman's going to win the match. I think we might see. They've done short reigns before.
A double match within this match, like MJF restarts the match via contract.
I think, yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if it doesn't happen. I'm not going to be surprised, but at the same time, I think it could be kind of interesting if that did happen. But I think,
I thought about something like that. I thought about that. Like I considered.
It is weird. Like he gets this match, he loses, and then MJF moves on to something else, and it's like, oh, 6 months later, he's like, oh, now I'll execute the contract. I'll cash it in. But yeah, my official prediction: Hangman.
Yeah, no, it seems to be another clean sweepstakes, as we've been saying here. Might be a fun pay-per-view, but not. I was more surprised. Maybe a little bit of a predictable one to a large degree. We'll see what we think on this one, though. Here, I'm a little torn on this one here. Your lights out steel cage match. Unsanctioned, man. They want nothing to do in this match, but they'll make graphics for it. They'll give them their rap. They'll film it. They'll advertise it. They'll put it on the Blu-ray. And they'll be on the pay-per-view. But this guy want nothing to do with it. Kenny Omega, Kota Ibushi, Darby Allin, Hiroshi Tanahashi, and Will Ospreay taking on the Young Bucks, Jon Moxley, Claudio Castagnoli, and Gabe Kidd. Who we on to now?
You, I think.
Back to you.
Shit.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I just said I was turn on this one. Let's give it to. I'm gonna give it to the Faces. I'm gonna give it to Darby Allin. He's having his first match back. So yeah, between him and Moxley, maybe in the future. Oh, racing for Moxley. Fuck it. I'll go with the Faces. Richie.
I'll switch it up and go for the heels. I think, like Will Ospreay gets maybe taken out, like as mentioned earlier. I think maybe at some point Moxley needs to get one over on Darby. Doesn't necessarily need to pin him, but he needs to get then, and that will sort of build up to their big match. I'm guessing all that. So yeah, I will say. I will say the heels, because also, and Young Bucks need momentum as well, or Generation Me, or was it Show Stealer? Was it Show Stealer Nick? No, whatever it was. Actually, yeah, their comedy segments have been great. But anyway, So, I'll go the heels. I think they need momentum, and yeah. But I wouldn't be surprised by your face. But I'll for the sake of being different and for the predictions, I'll go.
All right, right on, right on. Barber.
First of all, poor Wheeler Yuta.
Yeah, not important. That game's more important.
We'll put Gabe Kidd instead. Second of all, how crowded is this ring gonna get with all 10 of these guys in? With the steel cage, unless it's more of like a Hell in a Cell type cage, which I think would make more sense, because then you can spill to the outside, get some action out there. I think this would have made more sense as like a blood and guts. I know they usually save that for a Dynamite, but could have worked here. So like I fear that it's just going to get too crowded depending on what the cage looks like. But as far as predictions, yeah, it's Darby's first big match back, and yeah, I think lights out. Yeah, you send the crowd home happy, because we're on an upward trajectory with sending the crowd home happy. We had Hangman. We don't want to go back down here. We don't need the Death Riders to go on another winning streak yet. So I'll also go with the faces.
That's why you have Young Bucks get the pin. I'm just kidding. I don't know.
A Gabe Kidd will take the pin.
I predict somebody will do something stupid off the top of the cage. That's my prediction. Probably.
Will Darby fall in blacks?
Yeah, Darby will do something stupid. Will Ospreay might do something stupid, like to sacrifice himself or whatever, and then that's again how they kind of write him off, maybe to go get surgery. So I mean, I could see him doing something big, so they could kind of cover for that, like I talked about earlier. But yeah, I see the faces going over here, and maybe even Darby pinning like Moxley, to start setting him up for his eventual kind of title shot. That Tony Khan seems intent on giving him. So down the line. So and it's funny, I've just been for this one writing faces or heels, depending on what you guys say. So so for Richie, I just wrote heels because he has too much to write. I don't know. Yeah, the Darby team, the Moxley team, whatever. But I'm going with the face team. I'm going with Darby's team.
A little bit of a switch up here. The heel Richie over here. That's Gibby deal with these guys right here. Which means what? Me and Jacob never disagreed.
As far as I can tell, JPO and Jacob have all the same predictions. Yes,
That's what I thought. Yeah.
Great minds.
That's a brief rundown too of the stuff you will see.
The only differences are
Sunday.
I have Tony over Athena, and then Richie has the heels in the cage match, and that's it. That's the only differences. So,
should me and Jacob come up with something then? Or what do you think?
Or we can all come up with, like, if you guys want to do an additional point for opening match, I think is kind of up in the air. I don't think there's an obvious one. So you guys want to throw out a prediction for what opens the show officially? We can throw that out there. Like maybe a potential bonus point. So we'll just go up the line. JPO, you got a prediction for the opening match?
I'll say Okada swerve. Okada.
Okay.
That's a good shout. I'll go Tony and Athena.
Tony and Athena. Okay. All right. Jacob.
Fletcher and Takahashi.
Yeah, that's a good shot. Damn, I might have picked one of those. I'll say you start out pretty hot with three hot teams. I'll go the team eliminator match, the 3-team gimmick to mix it up. So the 3 teams. Yeah.
That could be,
Honestly,
all 4 of those for you.
All 4 of those, yeah. I think it would be a great way to get the show started. Yeah, to get things kind of hot. So yeah, I would go any of those.
Here's another fun one. This doesn't have to count for predictions. Just for funsies, because I just want to see how long this show actually is. How long do you think? Just the main card, not the
main card. How long does the main card go?
How long does the main
hours
card
and minutes?
Hours.
So starting at 1:00, yeah, we start the actual pay-per-view of these 9 matches. Yeah, not including 0 hour. How long does the actual card go? That's a good shot. Well, that could be an extra bonus point. Maybe who gets it closest without going over? Is that a thing, JPO? You cool with that?
Yeah.
Closest without going over total pay-per-view time from the main card, start to finish. Because you could even we could time it. Obviously what time it actually goes off the air from 1 o'clock. So I'll take note of that. Hours and minutes. So all right, JPO, we'll start you down the bottom again.
All right. I went first last time. You go.
Okay, you want me to go? Okay,
That's fair.
I'll go. I'll say it ends up being a little long with some of these matches because he's Tony Khan likes to give these Japanese guys time, give everybody time to do their thing. I'm gonna say 5 might be the minimum, so I'm gonna go 5 hours 22 minutes. We'll say it ends at 6:22 p.m. Eastern time.
Also, eventually, will it be eventually going to head with Heat Wave?
Oh, when does that start?
I don't know when that starts, though. By the time it
Probably like 7 or so. That'd have to be a 6-hour pay-per-view, maybe. I doubt it. We'll see. But all right, Jacob, what do you got? What do you think?
I think because the last one went went like 5.5. I don't know that we hit 5 with this one. I'm gonna go 4 hours and 47 minutes.
4:47. Okay. All right, Richie.
Yeah, I'm gonna go a bit lower than that, but I'm sticking within the 4-hour territory. I'll go 420 displays.
All right, 420. Okay, JPO.
What did Barber say?
We got 447, we got 420, and 522 on the table right now.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to see. Give me this AEW. I could see Cage match is gonna take a minute. They're gonna have time. Give me 5:03.
5:03. All right, so that's a nice little range of. There's an hour in between Richie's pick and my pick, so there's an hour like time of error in there. So that's not a bad scale. Yeah, because who knows? Yeah, it could go a little shorter, a little longer. You never know.
I hope it goes 5:02 now.
Yeah, it's like 5 even. Yeah,
no.
I don't know.
I honestly, I could see it being over 5. I could see it being just under,
just under. Yeah, it'll hover around there. Yeah, I'm gonna say the pay-per-view will be. I will say we'll be in main event territory around then. I just don't know if it'll be like ending the main event or like starting the main event around then, something like that. You know what I mean? So we'll see how it goes. But hey, at least it'll be in the middle of the day, at least for most of us. So Jacob will be like, it'd be just like early afternoon for you when that show's wrapping up. You have the rest of the day ahead of you, so not bad, right?
Because I have to work the next day, but I won't be going to work.
Yeah, no, I have to work the next day. I don't have to be up till 1 a.m, and then go to work like a few hours later. Not bad. Yeah, I don't mind.
I wish I had that Christian Bale soundbite right now. Well, good for you.
Oh well. What do you mean? The one that because we're on my stream?
Good for you. And how was
it? Yeah, I have that.
All right. Yeah. Those are our predictions. We'll see.
And obviously, JPO will inform us if Twitter lights up post Collision or the day of with pre-show matches. I'm sure. Is Collision airing? They're doing it. So it airs Saturday because they're doing isn't it from Scotland or something like that?
It's already it's been taped already, so they're.
I mean, they could still. It doesn't mean they couldn't still announce pre-show matches tomorrow or the day. That have nothing to do with Collision. They can still add stuff. So we'll keep an eye out and see if anything gets announced, and then we'll make predictions in our group chat for that.
And next week is it Clash of Paris predictions?
Next week will be literally Forbidden Door review and Clash of Paris predictions. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yep. So right back to predictions and reviews. Yep. Back to back.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, next week will be be a big show. Sorry, I'll have to miss it. But I'm sure we're going to be reviewing a good show. AEW has yet to disappoint with their pay-per-views, so should be fun to talk about. It might be good that there's only 3 people to talk about it, because if it is a 6-hour show,
Yeah.
and whatnot. But I'll be sure to send my Clash in Paris predictions in the chat as well.
Well, Richie, if you decide to just pound some caffeine and pull an all-nighter and join us, you're welcome to do so. That's up to you, because it'll be like middle of the night for you, man. I'm sorry about that, but we're all happy about it.
I will. I will. I might the day before. I'll buy it. I'll get it from like Fight or whatever, just in preparation that I might not wake up, and so I'll watch it later. But I'll try.
Yeah, no, it's up to you. It's up to you. I don't expect you to to join us, but if you want to, that's up to you. So the link will be there as we do our watch-alongs here on StreamYard together. So
yeah, that'll be next week. Yeah. So this is nice. I can't remember the last time we did a show that was under 2 hours. I like this.
All right, the last 3 letters of the ABC game. Let's go. All right.
The last 3 letters.
Yeah, well, we're down to our last 3 letters.
What letters do we have left?
Let me look. There's literally 3 left.
I know we had
for another show.
Fuck you, one.
We have, or no, okay, we still got 4, but like 2 of them are kind of FU ones. Like we probably won't. There's nothing to, because there's I, N, Y, and Z.
I, N, Y, and Z. Okay.
Yeah, Y and Z is there's not.
We did Z,
so.
didn't we? I thought we did Z. Did we not?
Oh, we did do Z. Yeah, that's right. So it's just I, N, and Y. Yeah, that's all we got.
Yeah.
Even N is tough for me.
Yeah.
I'm sure there are some, but man.
Yeah, so we'll save those for later. Yeah, we don't have to. I'm fine with the shorter show tonight. I'm fine with that.
So again, like I said, we'll be back next week talking Forbidden Door, talking Clash in Paris, and any news that has come up between now and then. Between now and then, JPO, where can the people find you?
Yes, well, tomorrow night, you can see me and Pez as he's asking me questions and trivia. Finally, round 1 will be done in the tag team tournament, and then we move on to round 2. And then after that, we'll be here in network. We're discussing, what are we on, 92, right?
Yeah, 1992 half bracket championship. So yeah, right afterwards.
Sweet.
Yeah,
so a nice little sweet quick one too. Nice.
You can watch us all hanging out on the Pierce Code doing some trivia, and then like half an hour later, join us on the Movie Hero Network, and we'll be talking some 92 and a half bracket. So nice.
Say what you want about the guy running the place over there. I'm impressed that he stuck with this and that you're already on 1992. So I will give props for that.
We have stuck with the concept, and we've worked our way through it. Now, here's the thing. We have talked about when we get to the 80s, we might have to double up on the years. Just to, fill it out with stuff that we've actually heard of, because there's going to be a lot of movies that nobody's seen, just random this, random that. So we might actually end up doubling up and just hitting the major stuff. So we talked about that going forward. And then maybe even we might even dip into the 70s, but just do a back half of the 70s and a front half of the 70s, just like 75 to 79, and hit all the major movies that people know of, and the same thing for that. So we'll still do it in a sense, but with only the stuff we've kind of really can scrounge up. Yeah, we've stuck with it, man. So it's funny when we did we get to 1991. It's just a little behind the scenes for that, really quick. Malcolm puts together all these, he puts together these little Excel spreadsheets, of movies and whatnot. He brought up the 91 after a show, and sometimes we'll just throw stuff out there. He'll have alternates, we'll substitute stuff in. He was like, guys, I got 20 spots open for 91. We just got to find some shit we've heard of. This one, it was getting into the weeds, or we were just all right, I've vaguely heard of that one. Throw that in there. We're IMDb stuff. Okay, that's from that director earn that star. I haven't seen it, but all right, throw that in there. So it's getting to that point of like some of these tournaments where we're just like, I've seen Ladybugs once. Yeah, throw it in 92. It's not going to go anywhere, but I've seen it. Shit like that. So it's getting to that point though, Jacob. I will say, with that series. So yeah, that's why we're probably gonna have to double up when we get to the 80s. It'll be like 89 or 88 and 99, and we'll just have like, basically it'll still be a 64 for each year, just not a 128 for each year, like kind of split. So yeah, we've stuck with it though. But yeah, this new series we've been doing on Tier Ranker is not a bad spin on it. We've been doing the letters of the alphabet on Tier Ranker, so like those have been all right. So we've been doing like just all movies. The next one we're doing is all movies start with the letter D. So that's just like an interesting way to kind of attack that. Yeah, so it's not a bad little concept the way we're attacking stuff. So not bad.
What else you got, JPO?
Oh, and that not much more. I'm just trying to get over to Periscope and also do some more countdowns on the line, and maybe we'll just start doing a draft against him. I've done a draft in a minute, but other friends, Why We Love Horror, Multiplex, all our friends over there too. So.
And Real Pro Wrestling, they just had their 10th anniversary. Are you going to be releasing those?
Yeah, check that out. Yeah, in fact, I actually might, if not tonight, tomorrow we release some more stuff from that. Release the intro where you can see me jabber a little bit. I don't jabber too long. It's all about the wrestling. But we just released the intro. We'll release some matches here within the next a few weeks for sure. Next couple days we'll start. Full thing will be out within the next couple of weeks, and then September 26th is our next one too. It's our fifth ever charity show for the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. It's a very important show that a lot of us do. So we're very much looking forward to that. The return of Randy Whitworth, who was the star of I should look it up first. He was on a Netflix show.
Richie, what do you got going on?
Well, tell you another thing JPO's got going on. That he's plug. I'm versing him in the first round of the Lights Out tournament, singles tournament.
Yes.
So yeah, it's pretty interesting. I got a brother.
Richie, do you agree on skipping all sports?
Yeah.
You only get one skip each.
Yeah, one skip each.
If we can, do you agree on skipping the sports?
Skip all sports. I don't know how you do that.
So in other words, just stick to wrestling and entertainment. Is that what you're trying to stick to?
Hell yeah, the good shit.
Yeah, right. Okay, wrestling and pop culture only. All right. Yeah, there you go. This is why I didn't sign up for singles. Lights Out. No fucking way. I'm not spinning baseball.
At least I'm finally versing someone who's got the same. I know he's got the same, like, at least like his knowledge base is the same subjects as mine. Not like, oh, I can't. Oh, damn, I gotta ask the question on baseball, and I'm pretty sure this guy knows about baseball. At least, like, my skill set is your skill set, so at least I'll be more comfortable with that. But yeah, usually I suck a Lights Out because of the sports and all that shit. So, but it should be fun. Yeah. Other than that, not a lot, because my schedule's changed a bit, so. Yeah, it's hard to fit a lot of other things in, but like when I can, and we can talk about Tier Ranker. Wheel of Movies we'll be doing. Did we decide? Are we doing the Donner Cut?
Yeah. The poll that the people that did vote, it was overwhelming for the Donner Cut, so we'll be doing the Donner Cut of Superman.
Yeah.
So that's out there. You can find it easily. It's out there. So
yeah. No, I'll find it. So we're doing in memory of Terrence Stamp. We're doing Superman 2. So checking that out, and I've been checking out his other stuff too. Check out there's a movie called The Hit. That's on Tubi. Check out. So check that out, and I pop out there on ASAT on Love Horror and all that kind of jazz. So yeah, do you retain your when's your next Jeopardy match? Also, did you do that right?
The Jeopardy. For Why We Love Horror. I didn't win that one, so I've won it twice.
Oh,
I did
okay.
not win that one, so I'll challenge maybe 2 or 3 episodes from now. But I did win the horror clips
Just a
match.
clip.
So
You beat
yeah,
was it Hunter?
I won. I won just the clips on Why We Love Horror. So I am the new horror clips champion, that's my second time winning that too. So I will be defending that in October. So yeah.
Nice.
Who's the Jeopardy
I will
champion?
get my belt back. I'm coming for you.
Potter's beat me at the last second.
Okay.
So
All right.
yeah, at the last second, but it was a good match.
Sometime next week, I'll be hosting Jeopardy myself. Sometime next week, normal Jeopardy or normal movie Jeopardy.
Yeah, not horror
Yeah,
Jeopardy. Right.
I've also
There's more in
got
it.
I've also got just because we've all got like things in the can. So I've got I do have like I'm still doing it up, but I got a wrestling Jeopardy thing in the future for this show. So check that out when the time permits, when there's no pay reviews and stuff to talk about, which seems to be every week now. But yeah,
those PLEs all the time. Well, at least next month there'll be 2 on the same day, so we'll be doing double predictions and double reviews for the same day. It'll be WrestlePalooza and All Out on the same day, so we'll do the same predictions one day and that. So we'll have to fill in some gaps for some other programming after that. But yeah, we'll see.
Apparently WWE didn't own the rest.
Maybe like for WrestlePalooza, like the week before, we can review like an old ECW WrestlePalooza or something like that. Might be interesting.
Wasn't there one with Jay? Junkyard Dog appeared at one, but did it right before he passed away. Was that WrestlePalooza?
Yeah, I don't know what kind of access Richie has right now to like archives like of stuff, but maybe there's one on YouTube. So
yeah, mostly I love the archive stuff. I don't know how much of the archive stuff, but there's a lot of archive stuff that shows up on Netflix. Yeah. You could, I'll have a look. Yeah, check it out.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, WWE didn't own the WrestlePalooza trademark. They got it from somewhere. That's probably why it's called WrestlePalooza Indianapolis. But there was some like indie promotion had it. So
yeah.
All right. Pez, what do you got?
Just over on the Movie Hero Network, you can find me hosting tournament fights, tier ranker fights, Wheel of Movies, talking Superman 2 next week. And like JPO said, over on the Periscope tomorrow night before tournament fights, hosting their tag team match, which I got everything written. I just got to write some tiebreakers, but I have the whole doc other than tiebreakers, so I'll just write a few of those throughout the day tomorrow. We'll be recasting the Star Wars trilogy, the OG trilogy, on Monday night for recast. So doing just kind of the primary 8 roles or so from that. So that should be fun. We're just kind of doing an amalgamation of the original trilogy, but that should be a lot of fun. Got a good panel for that. And then tier ranker fights, movie starting with D next week. Just some fun stuff over there. So that's pretty much it.
Right on. So make sure you follow these lovely gentlemen and all their endeavors. And if you want to hear me talk about Cyber Sunday 2006, you can go check out Malcolm's Spear from the Past show. It wasn't good. I didn't like it.
That's a wacky show.
The best part of that is the I Just Kick Stan backstage segment. That was the best part of the show. Also, John Cena trying to spend the night with King Booker's wife, and he was going to let her. It was like those two were the best part of the show, which is when your backstage segments are the best part of your wrestling show. You don't have a very good show. It was. I could have spent that time, cleaning and packing because I have to move. But you see the stuff behind me. Like I haven't even gotten started yet. I have until like the middle of October, but I found a place already. So I need to start doing it. I need to start cleaning, packing. I need to stop procrastinating. I'm going to watch wrestling for 6 hours on Sunday. No, I could be cleaning. Yeah, but you know what?
Then I'll help you. I'll help you find time for packing.